G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 32 of our ATV Skater Templar playthrough, where, as promised in the last episode, I've gone and done a few bounties. You can see the last one here. I actually reached Revered with the Mammoth Resistance halfway towards getting towards Torexteria, so I didn't bother killing it. Now, I have made a couple changes to the character. You can see here I've already bought some XP potions. I've also stocked up on Mankind's Vigil and Kingsguard powder, and I've picked up some Blaze Core powder as well, just to go on the jewelry. Speaking of the jewelry, I have swapped out the old double rare. Where is it? This one here, I think. Yep. So I've swapped this one out in exchange for the Harmonious Exalted Ring of Mending. Basically because number go up. 34% poison and acid and 30% elemental. Well, those numbers are bigger than 18 and 15% elemental, and I don't need a cold damage proc. So I swapped that out, and actually I need to put one of those on there. I hope I didn't just override that with the same thing. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I only bought 6. So anyway, put the Blaze Core powder on there, put a Soul Shard on there, and we're good to go. The other thing I swapped out was the Dread Armor of Azragor has been swapped out for the Mammoth Aether Blaze Vestments. And I put Kilrian's Shattered Soul on there. Now, I don't use this component very often, because it's only really good for Vitality builds, but I did notice it had a bunch of burn damage on there, and the proc does do fire damage and do a little bit of lifesteal as well, so I figured I'd give it a shot, because when I was looking through all the components that could go on a chest, none of them really stood out to me. A lot of them are just flat health. This was almost the one that went on there, just for the offensive ability. Our offensive ability is a little bit low, but I also kind of don't care. The damage we do comes from the goop we put on the floor, not from actually hitting things. So, potentially this can crit. I don't know for sure if it can or not, but I'm going to give Kilrian Soul a shot, and if it turns out to be crap, then I'll just get rid of it. So, with that said, let's head into Ultimate finally. And there, with the magic of editing, we are now in Ultimate on Hardcore. Now, the first thing to do when you get to Hardcore, or when you get to Ultimate, sorry, is check your resistances. And, yep, top row's looking good. 38 or more over cap on everything. We've got tons of chaos. We're just capped on Aether, but that's fine. Pretty good on Vitality, and oh dear, 67% bleeding resistance. Well, we've already got 2 Silk Swatches on, so we can't really do much there. And all 3 of the augments that come with bleeding resistance are level 90. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to roll with that. And it's just going to have to be what it is. Now, as you can see, I've never left town. I haven't actually been in Ultimate difficulty to this point yet, which means there is another ring that we could get fairly easily. The Slith ring. We already have the 3 necklaces. So basically, we just have to go get it. I don't know for sure if it's actually worth wearing, but we'll pick it up and have a look on the way. The good thing about this being Ultimate is we don't actually have to kill any of this rubbish on the way here. We need to kill, what, Kaizog? And that's about it. I'm going to kill Barog here just because I can. But we don't need to kill him. And honestly, I probably shouldn't, because I'm pretty sure he does bleeding damage, and guess who doesn't have... guess who doesn't have max bleeding resistance? That's right, it's me. Anywho, he's dead now, which is nice. We will go ahead and rescue our good friend over here, Faldus. Let's send him back to town. He will be a little bit of XP for us. I'm going to neck one of those potions as well. If we've got the potions, we are drowning in bits. And seeing as how our set for the endgame build here is the Vanquisher set, which cannot be, what's the word, transmuted? We can't do the usual set flipping trick that I normally do, so we have tons of bits that we don't really need for this build. And with that in mind, there's no reason not to buy extras. And XP potions can be used, and you know what, if I happen to finish and decide at the end of this video, yeah, I don't feel like making another one today, then I have no problems with just throwing away half of an XP potion, because I've got more of them and I've got piles of bits, so it doesn't matter. Let's have a look here. Flame Brand I think is a weapon, and I don't think I care about the rest. Empowered Flame Brand, level 75. Not enough cunning to actually use it. That's just a higher level version of the one we had before, but it is pretty good. So we are a decent amount of cunning short, unfortunately, which means that's not happening anytime soon. I'll be honest, I don't know why I came in here, because we don't need that devotion shrine. I'm gonna put it down to just habit. I definitely know why I'm killing that crystal. It's also habit, but there's no such thing as enough aether crystals. Alright, so Kaizog is dead. Long live the Kaizog. Let's go ahead and kill the zombie here, since there is a quest for that. Good old Faris the Rotted. We'll just let him stand in the goop this time. Usually it's me standing in the goop. So he's going to go down very quickly, and we'll just scoot down the road here. Don't care about any of these. Normally I'm racist against the blue slith, but I've already got my necklaces, so I don't care. We're just going to get through this quickly as we can. And we do have the XP pot running, so I do want to tick all of the quest boxes. And I probably should have done that totem as well, but I didn't. Totems being quite good for XP. Don't think we can knock things around while they're still crawling out of the ground. You certainly can't freeze them, so I wouldn't be surprised if you can't drag them around either. Alright. Hurry up and burn to death. We've got ourselves a double rare here. Probably not much good, but Spellbreakers of Incantations is not horrible, not great for us, but it's a double rare that isn't complete trash, so there's that. A lot of people seem to think that just because something's rare, it's actually useful. I saw this a lot during Season 5, it's just people linking random double rares that were just horrible items. Where are we? This one here. Is this any good? We would be swapping 10% elemental resistance for 20% vitality, and yeah, it's not bad, but it's not particularly good either. I'll definitely hang on to it, but not planning on using it at this point. Also, don't think I'm going to bother with this sword. It is a very nice sword, but I think the cunning requirement is just way too high. I would have to get, say, like a pair of legs of the eagle or something like that. I would have to get a whole nother affix, maybe even 2 or 3 of them, just to equip it, so unfortunately I think that's a little bit outside my price range. Okay, so we're in the Whitemire, and that means we need to go find our lightning zombie friend, and also our... is he a fire zombie? I know Milton counts as a fire zombie, but what about the third zombie for that quest? Does he count as... is he a fire zombie? I think he's a fire zombie. I'm gonna say he's a fire zombie. Milton's not here, which means he's going to be over here. Is that him? That's not him. Alright, that's him down. Now Milton is going to burn, and then his heal will go off if it hasn't already, and then he will continue burning and eventually die. Now, I will pick up the amulet. I don't need his helmet. We actually can't use helmets aside from the MI that we're using, so I'm going to leave all of that on the ground. And where's my lightning zombie? Here he is. And once again, we scooch back and forth over his now charred remains, and then we moonwalk down the road like nothing happened. And this guy down here, this is the one where I'm not sure if we call this the fire zombie. Negan the Withered. I don't know. I mean, does he spit fire? What does he actually do? Oh, he just dies. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call him the fire zombie. I don't know if he actually does fire damage or not. Let me see here. We don't need to go over there because we don't need the devotion shrine. So we can just keep going. We do need to rescue the merchant. That merchant is one of my favorites, because until you kill the Ligorian, and in Ultimate that's going to take a while, he is your second merchant in Devil's Crossing, so if you need to do shopping for anything in particular, bouncing between Devil's Crossing and Homestead once you get there is a really good way to check 2 merchants for whatever it is you're trying to buy, and then just rift straight away over to the other city, check 2 more merchants. Sorry, I'm just mentally checking the other side of the Foggy Bank, and we don't need to go over there. But yeah, you check the 2 in Devil's Crossing, then you rift over to Homestead, you check the 2 there, you leave your personal rift in Homestead, right next to the merchants, and you rift back to Devil's Crossing, check them, and then you just bounce back to your personal rift. And it works really well. You can check a lot of items very, very quickly. I showed this method in the Spellbreaker series. I used it several times actually to find equipment with cold damage procs on it. It was very effective. I spent much less time shopping than I otherwise would. So I do definitely recommend it. That hurt. Waiting for the roof to fall in on me. There we go. Okay, don't care about that. Also, having 2 million bits when you're not going to be re-rolling set items basically means that I'm done for bits. There is no need for them at all.
Oh, hello.
Okay, let's go find Angram. We're going to be going for speedrun records of Act 1, by the looks of it. We're easily going to beat my record, but this is the first skater I've ever played, and it definitely is zoomy, especially once you kind of make that mental step to stop trying to kill everything, and you just run past, and then they'll chase you and die in the fire. You'll see my XP bar just has yellow on it there. It's just because, you know, I'm running and things are running behind me and standing in the fire. Don't actually need to go into that cave, so let's just not. It's another one of those things you don't really think about until you get to Ultimate, and especially for someone like me who hasn't actually spent a lot of time doing Ultimate campaigns. I think this is probably maybe the 10th time I've done it, which I guess for a lot of people is a lot of time. But yeah, you don't really think about it when you're used to going to certain places to get devotion shrines, and then all of a sudden you're in Ultimate and you already have all the devotion shrines, so you You don't have to go in there. It's a bit jarring in early Ultimate especially. Because even in Elite, there's a shrine in there and I do want it. Let's go rescue... what's his name? The cook. Ulgrim. Ulgrim, the cook who is totally a cook and nothing else at all. Should be... where is he? He's over here somewhere. Ah, I've gone too far. He's like up here. And while we're here, we may as well do this totem. Let's just zoom back and forth over all this rubbish. Okay. Anything good? Probably not. Grim Fate, Soleil's Decimation, Serpentine Wraps, none of that's going to be any good. Okay. That's not a bad weapon. 154% burn damage, cooldown reduction on it as well. 50% chance for... is that corpse exploit? Okay, I've got to try this. Hang on. It sounds like, I don't think I've ever tried this weapon, but that sounds like when you kill something, it has a 50% chance to explode, which, I mean, that sounds hilarious. I have to try that. Let's see, Flint. Now we are missing, of course, the Solar Radiance Augment. Oh, and I have 2 levels to do as well. But I'm curious, like, what is that proc? I imagine it's going to be going off like mad. Let's just turn some quests in since we're here. And then I will do the skill points. Sorry, words are hard when you're trying to click on words. Alright, it says 81 as well, so we've got 3 levels and an additional point from the quest. I think we go up to conversion now, so that's 7 points in the bar, and then next point in conversion. I think I probably only get 1 point in this, although having said that, it does have stun duration reduction, and freeze, entrapment, and petrify, so this is really good. I specifically swapped this chest because it had the reduced stun duration on it. It's actually a pretty large downgrade in terms of armor. But yeah, I'm curious to try this weapon out. I know we have to go do the water pump, but
well, I'll be.
I will do that in a minute. This looks like a big pile. I can't tell if they're actually exploding. I think they are, but I don't know. These ones always explode anyway, so they don't count. I'm pretty sure these are actually exploding when they die. I mean, this guy's gonna explode anyway. Seems good. What does it say it actually does exactly? Grim Fate. Explodes, doing fire and chaos damage. Reduced enemies' health and reduced defensive ability. And yeah, I guess I'd better pay attention here. I didn't realize these guys had actually spawned yet. That is entirely my fault. And that would have been a very unfortunate way for this series to end. Fortunately, I stopped being stupid quickly enough. That was entirely too close, though. Okay, definitely definitely don't do that again. It's not what I'm after, but I am checking for rings. We'll go get the fabric up here as well, and then I think we just go kill Krieg. Why not? We're in the area. We'll kill Krieg, and we'll go do the water for what's his face, Barnabas. Go get him some water. All right. The fabric on here. Yep. Let me see. It's gonna be this one, and it's either inside or over here. It's gonna be inside. There it is. Okay, got the fabric. We do need to go underground here to rescue the apprentice, so we'll have to do that. Although having said that, it's not too difficult to get to. We did win the spawn lottery, so we don't have to go too far out of our way. Which is always fun. Alright, back to town for you. And now let's go say hi to Krieg. You know what, let's do this as well. Why not? Free loot. Well, I mean, it's free if we don't die. It's technically free. Soul Weave Girdle, I'm pretty sure it's cold stuff. Okay, the big chunkers are coming out. And down they go. Alright, let's see, have we got any fire stuff? I don't think so. Demonic. I really want to make a chaos build. Maybe I'll do chaos pistols next. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about the next build. I've still got 20 levels and a whole bunch of stuff to do on this one. I always get kind of antsy coming up to the end of a character. Anyway. Let's go downstairs and say hi to Krieg. So, first one, you know what? I'm feeling stupid. Let's do the, let's do that totem. That one right there. Let's go do it. If the worst comes to the worst, I'm pretty sure I can run faster than they can, so I can always just leg it. Let's see. Let's clear the area first. If we're going to be stupid, let's not go full retard. Can at least take some precautions. You know what? You look like you might be trouble down the line. Let's get rid of you. Alright, and that will probably be all the stuff I really need to get rid of. Let's just do it all. Why not? Okay, I think I got all the furniture in there as well, so we should be good to go. Okay, this is incredibly stupid. Let's do it. Look at all these debuffs, and that was out to here. That's, what is that, 7 on a row? 13 debuffs? That's nuts. Alright, we're getting the chonkers now. They have this annoying habit of charging. They do a ton of damage when they charge you. Remember how I said I'm pretty sure I can run away? I don't know if I can run away from these guys. Alright, I used all the cooldowns there. And they're still coming. Alright, there we go. Easy, I wasn't scared at all. I actually thought we might have been finished there. Ah, that was dumb. Alright. Okay, it's done. I don't think we got any fire stuff for all of that. Actually, you know what? Let's Let's see how that goes. Incanters. Replicating missile. Okay, so that's elemental stuff. And rune carved, I guess. Okay. Actually, do they have, they don't have the damage over time version. I'm guessing, yeah, fire or burn. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just do that, see what happens. I don't think I really need to look at much else. Just for the record, I don't recommend taking on that ancient Aether Warp Totem. It has a reputation for a reason, but I don't know why I did that. Anyway, we survived, which honestly we probably shouldn't have. This build is incredibly squishy for doing things like that. Ah well. Can't have fun playing games, what's the point, right? Alright, so coming up to a decent farming area actually for pretty much any character. Especially one that can move quickly. If you can get through the Warden's Laboratory quickly, I do think Act Bosses are actually worth farming if you can get to them quickly, and that is the kicker for most builds. If you're just running at 135% movement speed, and you have your, one movement skill that you can use every 15 seconds or whatever it is, Act Bosses may not be worth killing for you. For this build, however, I'm pretty sure this character's middle name is Speed, so it might be worth killing Act Bosses for this character. The other good thing about being in this area, or farming in this area, is this totem, which is also, for the record, an Aether Warped totem. It's not ancient, but it is still dangerous. Yeah, this is definitely a dangerous totem for sure. Okay, it's time to walk away from that for a second. So I used the mirror. I used Ascension. I used my healing potion, and I'm not clicking on that totem anymore. Grips of the Arcane Blaze. What does that do? So that's Aether Missiles. And fire damage. Okay, no, not for us. Stalwart of Scorched Ends. So this is Chaos Res instead of Elemental Resistance. Burn damage and a Fireball proc and more armor. I think we're going to hang on to those for one more level. I'm thinking we put more points into Physique, because the pilot of this build has temporarily gone insane. It may not be temporary. Okay, we can't use helmets. Ring of Scorched Runes, no. Alright, I think we leave the rest of that. Let's stop trying to kill the build off and actually play properly. Though having said that, honestly, that's probably the closest any of the builds I'm playing has come to death for quite a while. And it does kind of make you remember why you play hardcore when you get that close. It's good fun. Alright, we made it to the hidden laboratory. I promise not to do anything that stupid again. That's not a promise I can keep. I shouldn't say that. And this build is it definitely needs some upgrades, that's for sure. I feel incredibly squishy, and the lack of stun resistance as well basically means I get stunned all the time, and it lasts for way longer than it should. I need to get my hands on some stun resistance sooner rather than later. I have been talking about it for several episodes now, that I need to get it, and I just haven't really found anything. I deliberately swapped out my chess piece to one that was, I mean, it's objectively a worse chess piece in terms of stats, but it had, what, 27? I think it goes up to 30% stun resistance, and I felt like I had to wear it. Because as you could see there was a few times where I was just getting stunned out of the Vi's Might charges, and then I'm kind of stuck in the middle of a pack of monsters and just getting slammed. Okay. I'm pretty sure it just shows all blue items. Yeah, I think so. Having said that, that's not a bad ring. Alright, let's go say hi to Krieg. Let's do the Maven Sphere. Nah. Alright. Yes, you've been expecting me. Hey, the second form actually kind of hurts a little bit. And the bee's nest definitely hurts. Alright, there he goes. In hindsight, I definitely shouldn't have done that because the darts he shoots out at you, yeah, they do bleeding damage. So I probably shouldn't have been there. Can't use helmets, however, interrogators looks like it might be a prefix I want to keep my eye on. That is so much health. Holy crap, look at that health. 1,144. That's nuts. Anyway. Okay, Golemborn Greaves. They're always fun. Can't wear them yet, but I think I would actually have to be insane to not wear those when I hit 84. So there's a decent chance I'm not going to wear them. Where are we? Kingsguard. What does Kingsguard do? Pierce and Poison. I really need that. And I do need Aether, so we're just going to use that one instead. Rune Carved. That's a mole. That's a hat. I don't care. Alright. Back to town. And we shall talk to Dalit here. I want... Yeah, you know what? Let's keep the add-on. Probably has 7 of those in my inventory, but whatever, we're going to take it. So these are going to be our boots, at least for a little while. What else did we get here? That's just generally a decent all-round item. Not going to use it, but decent. Mythical Shadow Weave leggings. Now, there is no way in hell I'm wearing these. I cannot afford to lose 40% bleeding resistance when we're already undercapped. But, these are decent pants. Unfortunately, we're not wearing them. Yeah, I think we're good for gear for now. I guess we're gonna go help Barnabas as well. So let's go ahead and dump all this rubbish. You know what? I don't even care about banking. What I do care about though is I'm actually going to put some hard points in conversion. 10% more slow resist and stun resist. Or all of that stuff resist. Seems like something I want. I might even put a few more points in this. You can see here my stun resist is 37%. The other thing I was thinking is I could maybe take these 3 points out of that and put it into Empty Throne. At least 1 point. Where is the stun? There we go, that one. Empty throne, 25%. You know what? I'm just going to do that. Am I? What would I be giving up? 10% armor. Huge amounts of armor. Maybe I can't. What sort of tier 3? No, I don't think I can actually do that. Here you go. Yep, I will absolutely click on the wrong button several times. Alright, let's go down here. We'll deal with the Slith. And, maybe we'll go play with Korvac next. I mean, it's going to take a couple episodes to get to him, but just outside of where he lives is where the belts drop. We could definitely go mess with him. Though having said that, I'm pretty sure he'd just kill me. I don't know. I'm definitely going to do Forgotten Gods with this character, assuming I don't get it killed. But maybe we go and do some other stuff first. Maybe we don't go straight into Ultimate Forgotten Gods from nearly dying to a totem. Definitely seems like that might be suicide rather than murder. It's like attacking a bear. Can you really blame the bear? Like, you knew you were gonna die when you attacked it. Okay, that's the end of Veloth. No ring for me, unfortunately. Actually, is there a ring for me? No. Turn fire back on. So we'll turn Aether. Do we want Aether? Nah. Free loot. Tonic of Mending, my favorite. Let's have a look here. That is so much resistance. Like, that is actually insane amounts of resistances on those shoulders. That is, what is that? 128% resistance, and it's not useless things like fire resistance. Yeah, those are nuts. Unfortunately not bleeding, or I would put those on. Right. Let's go turn this quest in. And I've just noticed we're coming up on 40 minutes, so I'm actually going to end the episode here. I'll just talk to Barnabas, but thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.